Hello my little fuzzy bat butts. Today for my video, we're going to be having a very discussion-based video. While I was away on tour, I made this mental note that I really wanted to do more authentic videos where I'm sitting down and I'm really talking to you guys one-on-one, because whenever I first started my YouTube channel, all of my videos, just about all of my videos, were very authentic and true to form. It wasn't like I was forcing a smile or I was like, I don't know. As I got into YouTube more and I wanted to make it more of a career, I took it a little bit too seriously and I lost a lot of myself in that process. So I'm really wanting to go back to what this channel had originally started on, with the way that I talk and the way that I interact with you, and make it a lot more authentic. I also really want to stray away from doing any more product review videos. I would rather have discussions, and I'd rather talk about books and talk about things of that nature than so much talk about clothing as much as I did the past 2 years. I've done a lot of clothing reviews and I've done a lot of things along those lines. I'm still gonna do the Spooky Box Club unboxings because I really honestly look forward to those every month, and they make my month a lot more brighter. I think that might be the case for some of you that also watch that video or watch my subscription uploads. So I will still be doing Spooky Box Club, but there will be a significant decline in like product review. Like I won't be, I used to do reviews for Punk Rave and couple other things on my Instagram page, and I just wanted to focus more on topics and talking about things and books and things of that nature, or crystals or pagan, or even like returning to paranormal stories. Anyways, going off on a rabbit trail, there's nothing wrong with reviewing products. I don't have a problem with that, and I never have and I never will have a problem with that. It's just personally, I would like to change the direction in which my channel was kind of heading. But today, for the topic of what I wanted to talk about, I just kind of have some brain throw up, and it's stuff that I've been chewing over in my mind lately and I've been thinking about a lot, and it's allowing yourself freedom to explore and experience new things. I think that it's really important to allow yourself the freedom to test out new things and experience new things in life, with fashion, the way you think, just about anything, just getting yourself the most knowledge and also trying out everything that you want to try out. I often get approached or I get asked about different facets of myself, and where I'm going with this will tie together, I promise. But I often get asked, the most common thing I get asked about is my style and how my style seems to change often, and some people don't know how to perceive that or take that in, or how to like, I don't know, like it's hard to process sometimes. But my fashion is, I see fashion and I see clothing as a form of art, and I see what you outwardly give to people as a form of art. And whatever I am visually attracted to at the moment, or whatever is calling out to me, I allow myself the freedom to dress that way. And I think that that's really important, because you're allowing yourself to have this human experience and learn lessons through the way people interact with you, or just in allowing yourself these simple pleasures and getting to do like these really little things that are probably just allowing yourself the freedom to express yourself is very rewarding, and it's freeing. It makes you feel really free. I think that a lot of the times the people that get really upset with individuals who allow themselves freedom, the people who are getting upset are upset because they have put restrictions on themselves. So they lash out at other people who are living very free and just kind of people who seem to have like thrown rules to the wayside, these invisible rules, or these any kind of rules like fashion rules or just like society standards. Whenever you throw it to the side, all the other people that have been abiding to these standards or these rules get very upset because they have restricted themselves, and it's not even like they consciously react this way. I think it's just something that's ingrained in humans. It's like this irritation of, why does this person get to be this way whenever I've been told that that's wrong and that I can't be that way? So then they lash out at you. And my point in what I'm saying is, don't let people affect you or not let you be free because of the way they're going to react to you being free. It's okay, and that's their own battle and their own thing that they're going to have to overcome. But what you should focus on is what's freeing and what feels right to you in the moment. I hope I'm making sense and I'm not just rambling. These are just thoughts that I've been chewing over lately and thinking about a lot. Also, to incorporate into being free and allowing yourself the freedom to experience new things in life. I think that also applies to taking on new hobbies or new interests. Like with whenever I first picked up singing, I still have a lot to learn, and I'm forever going to be learning, and that's the beauty of picking up a hobby or an art form. You're forever learning, and once you think that you've learned all that you can, that means that you probably should stop. But people seem to get irritated whenever some people get very irritated when others pick up new hobbies and they tell you that you can't do it or you have to be born with that ability. But the truth is that if you practice hard enough and you really apply yourself, you can be good at whatever you feel passionate about. It all comes down to your mind and if you believe in yourself. And if you do believe in yourself, you can make anything happen that you want to make happen. You just have to focus and be positive and have positive thoughts and ignore all the other people that are coming at you with negative things or telling you that you can't do it, because you can in the end. It's all down to you. It's just practice. It's lots of practice whenever you pick up a new hobby. So I think that what I in full circle, everything all encompassed together, what I'm trying to say in this video and what I've been thinking about a lot lately is allowing yourself freedom and allowing yourself to live without these restrictions or rules or labels or anything of that nature, whether it be with fashion or your hobbies, or individuals telling you that you can't do that. As long as you aren't hurting anyone and you're not affecting anyone negatively in a sense that it's going to like hurt them or something, like, if that makes, I feel like I'm going full circle. As long as you're not hurting anyone, and you're living a healthy life, you're okay. And you should do what your soul is telling you it wants to do. You shouldn't allow others to rob you of your human experience. So with all of that, these are my knees, by the way. I don't know if you can see them in the camera. I got new shoes. Check out these shoes. They're all pointy and cute. They were from Forever 21. Super inexpensive. They look a little bit like Pike boots if you look at them from this side. They're cute. So that's the first half of what I've been thinking about a lot lately. The second half of what I've been thinking about a lot is, with so much freedom that I've given myself in this past year, I really allowed myself a lot of freedom with expression and with my art and with everything. And I gave myself so much freedom that I ended up longing for something more solid. I ended up longing for something more structured, if that makes sense. I wanted to go back to having at least something in my life that was consistent, because it felt like I was allowing myself so much freedom that suddenly there was nothing that was consistent, and I became very confused. And I actually, about in January, and if you follow my Instagram page, you might remember me posting about this, but in January I had a really bad breakdown, and my depression, I've always had depression, but my depression just really, I hit a really low, and it was the worst that I've ever experienced, and I don't ever want to relive it again. But whenever I hit this really low, it was because I had allowed myself so much freedom, and I allowed myself to be so just like fucking balls to the wall, like whatever came to my mind that I was inclined to do, I was doing it, as long as like I wasn't hurting myself or anyone around me. I was just like letting myself live like super authentic in the moment every second. And then I ended up getting lost somewhere. And whenever I realized that I was lost in January, I got really depressed, and I kind of had like a freak out, because I couldn't remember. I'm here again, but I had a hard time finding myself, and re-finding myself, and reconnecting with who I am, and what I originally was striving for, because of all of the freedom I had given myself. So I think that it's really, with what I said before, allowing yourself to have freedom, I think it's a really healthy balance of allowing yourself to have freedom, but also giving yourself an anchor to bring you back down to earth. So even though you allow yourself to be in the clouds and floating really freely, you also need that anchor somewhere. Because if you don't have the anchor, you get a little bit lost in it all. And that happened to me. And I feel like not to sound conceited, and usually if you preface something with that, it's because you're being conceited, but I honestly, my intention is not to sound conceited, but I feel like with my Instagram page and my YouTube channel, that a lot of people watch it and they may be swayed by things that I say or things that I do. So I think it's really important for me to say that if for living so free and allowing yourself the freedom to experience life, because that is the point of life, is to learn lessons, and allowing yourself that freedom. Also be sure to have an anchor somewhere and bring yourself back to who you are and the core of who you are, so you don't get lost in all of the freedom that's all around you. So after our recent tour with my band Esoteric, that was kind of hanging out with my friends and talking to them, and they didn't say anything that triggered this, but it just kind of, I had a realization randomly while I was on tour, and I realized that the issue is that I didn't have anything consistent, and I wasn't being consistent. So I think for the rest of the year, I'm going to strive really hard to be super consistent. I'm going to be free, but I also want to be consistent, if that makes sense. Well, I hope this video was entertaining. I know it's not like the typical videos I've been uploading like the past 2 years. This is definitely more chill and just literally me chatting with you. So let me know in the comment section how you feel about videos like this, and please feel free to share your opinion on this matter, or how you feel about it, or if you felt the same way or you've experienced the same sort of thing. I'd like to know. I think it'd be really interesting to have your input. I put out new videos every week. I had a little bit of a month time span where there weren't any videos, and that's because my band was on tour. We're about to go on tour again, so whenever I am on tour, there won't be any uploads, but whenever I'm not on tour, I do upload videos every week. So if you're interested, subscribe and hang out with me, and I hope you like what you see. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Can you say bye to Hobie says bye. Bye. Love you guys. Ciusi. Cius.
E ha suscitato per noi una salvezza potente nella casa di Davide suo servo, come aveva promesso per bocca dei suoi santi profeti che il Signore salvezza la terra di ora, Signore, misericordia, ripaghi, ricordate le tue terre,